Round 6 of our club's tour saw everyone heading down to Musi in Mankayane, where Team Musi Double Classic were going to host. A singles affair which would be electrifying. The venue was set to be at Musi Sports Ground. The team to set up arrived bright and early. As it had been raining the night before, the ground had to be inspected. Musi Sports Ground manager Ndumiso Hlachwayo and Teqball Eswatini Federation president checked the ground to see if it was good enough to play. It was all systems go after the inspection. It was all hands on deck as tables were being assembled before teams arrived. Banners were also set up with the help of Musi residents. Tables were lifted by our very strong men and put into place, and the stage was ready. Teams arrived in good spirits with a peace sign from Black Monopoly's Vile Magongo greeting the camera. A beautiful greeting from Malkans Vondo's team manager Naomi DuPont. Referee Njabuliso Simelane greeting the camera as he walks towards the stage. Everyone was all smiles and ready to take on the day. Naomi leading the pack as everyone walked to the registration table. A young wave from Blues captain Gcina Dlamini as he follows his teammates. Half of the host teammates, Teqball Mabuza and Mqondisi Mbuyisa, arrived just after the rest of the teams. It was registration time as Team Malkans Vandos registered and got their kit first. Team Black Monopoly's Mangaliso Shongwe was there to receive their all-black kit. Following closely behind was the team from Luve and Singwani Blues, with Captain Gcina Dlamini receiving their kit. It promised to be a lovely sunny day as team members from Blues, Black Monopoly, Olymp Africa and Emateca started with a warm-up session. Musi's Teqball also joined in on the warm-up table. The first group match of the day was the Group A match between Olymp Africa's Sanziso Dlamini and Emateca's Taribo Bembe. Group A consisted of players from Musi, which was Mqondisi Mbuyisa, and Blues' Phamandla Mabuza. Seemed like it was going to be an easy ride for the Emateca's player. On the other side of the field on table D was the Group C match between Emateca's and Nsingweni Blues. Group C consisted of newcomer Aristo, representing Emateca's, Musi, Malkans Vondos, represented by Naomi DuPont, and Blues. We also witnessed a Group B match between Vondos and Olymp Africa. A tough group this would be, with players like Teqball from Musi, Ncedisi from Vondos, Menzi from Olymp Africa and Smangaliso from Black Monopoly. Group D had Vondos playing against Blues. The group also had representatives from Musi and Black Monopoly. It was lovely to see the improvement from most of our players. The second Group A game was between Musi and Olymp Africa. The Musi player was shining throughout the game as he beat Team Olymp Africa. Fans were gathering bit by bit as they also got to witness the Group B match between Olymp Africa's Menzi and the hosts Teqball Mabuza. This one would be deemed the final before the final, as it was a very tough one for both teams. Olymp Africa went on to win that one. It was on to the knockout stages, with the first quarterfinal being between Emateca's Taribo Bembe and Vando's Ncedisi Kunene. The other quarterfinal saw another Vando's player, Naomi DuPont, who was excited with every point she got against Blues Gcina Dlamini. A huge achievement for Naomi, as this was the first time she would reach the knockout stages in singles. The other quarterfinal to be played was between Menzi Mnisi and Nkosingvile Makongo. We also witnessed a Musi quarterfinal between Mdeni Mbuyisa and Mqondisi Mbuyisa, which made the community really happy to watch. Mdeni came out victorious on that one and won 2-0 to advance to the semis. The weather had changed to a very chilly afternoon. Our first semi-final between Emateca's and Blues brought in the heat. Kudos to Gcina for reaching his first semi-final, amazing improvement from him. He gave it his all, but the Emateca's player came out victorious. The second semi-final was between Musi and Olymp Africa. Mdeni tried to make his community very proud by reaching the final, but Menzi was in top form and was not to let anything get in his way. It was time for the bronze game, and that was between Blues and Musi. It was time for the bronze game, and that was between Blues and Musi. With Gcina winning the first set, it seemed we would go to the third set, as Mdeni was dominating the second set. A good fight fought by Gcina Dlamini, but to no avail, as Mdeni was crowned third. The final was upon us. The weather had changed drastically, as it was freezing and it had started drizzling. How would Olymp Africa's Menzi and Emateca's Taribo play? After the toss from the referee Nkosingvile, it was game on. With a few interruptions from fans, the main referee had to control the fan and the game went on. As it was drizzling while the game went on, both players would find it difficult to play. A lot of slips and slides were happening. Fans were cheering as both players gave each other incredible smashes. In the second set, they decided to play on the turf so as not to sleep while playing. Olymp Africa went on to take the gold medal. Congratulations to both players who played under very gruesome conditions but still soldiered on. It was happiness galore as all of our 3 winners stood on the table with their freshly baked bread from our sponsor, Premier. The community could not be left behind as they stood in line to receive loaves of bread from our sponsor. They were beside themselves with happiness as they cheered and danced around. Thank you to the community of Musi and Musi Double Classic for an incredible Teqball experience. See you on the next tour.